I eased my old sedan into the driveway at exactly 4:17 on a drizzly Wednesday afternoon in Portland. The kind of gray March day that makes you feel like the sky itself is holding its breath. My hips ached something fierce 3 straight weeks, folded into those plastic hospital chairs beside my dying mother's bed. Then, another week, crashing on my brother's lumpy pullout in Seattle, 70 years old, and every mile of that drive from Olympia had reminded me that the body keeps its own ledger. I'd stopped at that little toy shop on the way home, the one with the hand-carved wooden boats in the window. My grandkids would lose their minds. Ava was 4, and obsessed with anything that sparkled. Ben, 6, believed anything that floated was pure magic. The gift bag sat on the passenger seat like a promise, right next to a thick envelope holding $3,000 cash money I'd been saving for Michael's truck. The brakes had been grinding for months, and he kept putting it off. That's what mothers-in-law do. We notice, we fix, we provide. I gathered everything slowly, knees popping like bubble wrap. The front door was unlocked odd but not alarming. I nudged it open with my hip and called out, "Hello, I'm home." My voice echoed back, swallowed by a silence that felt wrong, not peaceful, loaded. I set the gifts on the entry table. Sophia's keys were in the bowl, Michael's jacket on the hook. Someone was definitely here. I shuffled down the hallway toward my bedroom, dreaming of 20 minutes horizontal before figuring out dinner. The master bedroom dorm, my door was closed. Voices drifted through, low and comfortable, like people who belonged. I didn't knock, figured I'd stash my suitcase in the garage first. Give them privacy. I flipped the light switch. The garage hit me like a slap. My crafting table was buried under cardboard towers. Narrow paths snaked between them like a rat maze. The nearest box read Eleanor Clothes in Sophia's perfect handwriting. Next, Eleanor Books. Another, Eleanor Personal. My photo albums, the ones that lived on my nightstand for 35 years, Michael's kindergarten portrait. My wedding day, my parents on their golden anniversary were crammed into an open box, bubble wrap spilling out like cheap intestines. I lifted Michael's kindergarten photo. The glass was shattered clean through his gap-toothed grin, a lightning bolt of cruelty. I don't remember dropping the suitcase. I don't remember breathing. "You're back." Michael's voice, flat as the concrete under my feet. I turned, he filled the doorway, arms crossed, no smile, no hug, no mom. We were worried. Just that look like I was an inconvenience he'd finally solved. "What is this?" My voice came out steadier than I felt. Sophia peeked around his shoulder, twisting her wedding ring like it burned. Wouldn't meet my eyes. "Mom, we need to talk." "I'll handle it," Michael cut in, stepping fully into the garage like he'd built it himself. He moved like a man who'd already won. I set the broken frame down carefully, glass crunching under my palm. "Handle what? These are my things. This is my house." "Was your house," he said, patient as a kindergarten teacher correcting a slow child. "Things change. Mom needed the space. That bedroom has the attached bathroom. The firm mattresses got arthritis bad." The words took their time landing. I'd been gone 3 weeks holding my mother's hand while cancer ate her alive, whispering prayers into her ear when the morphine wore off, making sure she never woke up scared and alone. And in that time, they'd packed my entire life into cardboard and handed my bedroom to his mother. "You weren't using the room," Michael added with a shrug that said, "I love you, but not enough to matter." I looked past him to Sophia. "Tell me you didn't agree to this," she whispered. "Michael handles house decisions now." "That's right." Michael's smile was thin and sharp. "New rules." A rustle behind them. An older woman emerged wearing my favorite blue robe, the one with the frayed cuffs. I refused to throw away because it still smelled faintly of the lavender sachets my own mother used to make. She surveyed the garage, saw me standing ankle-deep in my own life, and her lips curled in satisfaction. Then she turned and padded back down the hallway. My hallway. Michael's mother, Gloria. I'd met her twice. Both times she'd complained about the coffee being weak and asked why I didn't have help. "Your mother is wearing my robe," I said slowly. "Sleeping in my bed. She needs comfort," Michael repeated. "Chronic pain, doctor's orders." I reached into my jacket, pulled out the envelope, held it toward Sophia. My hand didn't shake. "I brought money for the truck. 3,000. Michael snatched it before Sophia's fingers brushed the paper, slid it into his back pocket like I'd handed him a coupon. "Good. We'll need that for Mom's meds." He glanced around the garage. "There's an outlet out here. You'll be fine." They walked away. The door closed with a soft, final click. From inside my bedroom came the blare of the TV sim game show. Audience laughter, Gloria's distinctive braying cackle. My TV, my bedroom, my house. I carried the gift bags back in, set them gently on a box labeled Eleanor's shoes, opened the photo box again, traced the crack across Michael's little face. Someone had been careless. Or, worse. More laughter leaked through the wall. I clenched my jaw so hard it throbbed. I needed answers. The confrontation in the living room lasted 3 minutes. Michael sprawled on my couch. Sophia curled into the armchair like a child waiting for punishment. Gloria held the remote like a queen's scepter. I asked for explanations, got shrugs. Asked Sophia to look at me. She studied the carpet instead. Gloria chuckled. Lighten up, Eleanor. It's just a room. I returned to the garage. The boxers looked taller in the dark. I dug until I found my old camping pad, the thin blue one Michael and I had used when he was 8, and we drove to the coast to watch the waves glow, electric blue. We'd eaten s'mores until our fingers were sticky and fallen asleep under a sky full of shooting stars. I unrolled it between paint cans and Christmas decorations. The garage shared a wall with the master. Every footstep, every cough, every commercial jingle came through crystal clear. I lay down fully dressed. The concrete sucked the warmth straight out of my bones. I stared at the exposed beams and listened to my family living comfortably in my house without me. I didn't sleep. I counted 30 years of mortgage payments, 15 years paid off, property taxes, homeowners insurance, the new furnace, the roof that needed reshingling Michael kept promising next spring. Every penny mine, my name on every document. Asterisk at 5:47 a.m., the eastern window glowed gray. I'd been awake all night running numbers, scenarios, laws I vaguely remembered from night classes I took when Michael was small. I sat up, joints screaming, and dug through boxes until I found the one marked important papers. There it was, house deed, 1995, Eleanor Grace Thompson, sole owner, mortgage satisfaction letter, 2010, utility bills for the last 10 years. All in my name. Michael's name appeared nowhere. Sophia's nowhere. I'd meant to add him eventually. Every year around tax time, I'd think about it, then hesitate. Something in my gut had always whispered, wait. I spread the documents across an overturned crate, like a lawyer building a case. Laughter started again from the bedroom, some morning talk show. Gloria found the hosts hilarious. They thought I was weak. They thought I'd roll over. They'd forgotten who raised Michael alone after his father died in that logging accident, who worked double shifts at the hospital to pay for his braces, his soccer cleats, his college, who let them move in temporarily 5 years ago when Michael lost his third job in 2 years. Temporary had calcified into permanent because I was reasonable. Because I was kind, reasonable was over. I opened my phone, scrolled to a contact I hadn't called in 15 years, Sarah Miller. Real estate attorney, old friend from the hospital auxiliary, left a voicemail that simply said, Sarah, it's Eleanor Thompson. I need to evict my son from my house. Call me. She called back before 8. By 9 I was in her office downtown. Documents fanned across her desk like a royal flush. Sarah's eyes widened as she read, Eleanor, this is the cleanest ownership case I've seen in 20 years. No lease, no rent. They're not tenants, they're trespassers. Oregon law gives you every right to a no-cause eviction. 30 days if they've been there over a year. 5 years, I said. Sarah smiled like a wolf. Then, 30 days starts the moment the notice is served. I'll have it drafted by noon. I paid her retainer with the emergency credit card I kept for hurricanes that never came. For the first time since walking into that garage, I breathed all the way down to my toes. I checked into the Budget Inn on 82nd Avenue that afternoon. The carpet was older than my grandkids. The AC wheezed like an asthmatic cat. But the clerk didn't ask questions when I paid for 2 weeks cash. I spread my documents across the wobbly desk, made copies at the FedEx on Burnside, created a timeline on Motel Stationery, April 1995, purchased house, sole owner, September 2012, Michael marries Sophia, March 2018, mortgage paid off, January 2020, Michael, Sophia, kids move in temporarily, March 2025, return from Seattle gives, exiled to garage. The dates told the story plain. I'd owned this house free and clear for 2 years before they ever set foot inside as residents. Sarah called that night. Notice goes out Monday morning. Professional process server, certified mail plus in. Clock starts ticking the second Michael signs. Monday, 10:47 a.m. at text, from the server, delivered. Michael signed with a flourish, apparently laughing the whole time. The old lady's lost her mind. His confidence lasted exactly 4 hours. First call came at 3:15 from some friend of Michael's claiming to be a lawyer. Offered to discuss terms. I hung up. Michael showed up at the motel at 7, pounding on the door hard enough to rattle the ice machine. I opened it but kept the chain on. Mom, come on, let's talk like adults. We're past talking. You have 30 days. You'd throw your own grandkids out on the street. I offered you a home for 5 years. You threw me into the garage. 30 days. His mask slipped. Do this and you'll never see Ava or Ben again. Ever. Then you'll never see the inside of my house after May 2nd. Your choice. He left tire marks in the parking lot. Sophia called an hour later, crying so hard I could barely understand her. The kids are asking why Grandma hates them. Put Michael on speaker. Shuffling. Then Michael's voice, cold. We're not leaving. Force us and watch your reputation burn. My reputation is with myself. See you in 30 days. Harold. Sorry. Gloria grabbed the phone. You bitter old hag. You think I hung up. Blocked the numbers. Unblocked Sophia's long enough to see the Facebook post she'd already made. Photos of Ava and Ben with cartoon tears. Caption, pray for my baby's grandma is making us homeless. 17 comments in 20 minutes. Neighbors I'd known for decades. So sorry, Sophia. Those poor angels. Family should stick together. I closed the app. Sarah had warned me, they'll play victim. Let them. Social media isn't a courtroom. The next 3 weeks were a masterclass in pressure. 1. Cable and internet disconnected. Michael screamed over the phone that the kids needed Wi-Fi for school. I reminded him public libraries exist. Week 2. Electricity reduced to vacant property. Minimum, fridge, and 1 light per room. Legal, brutal. The confirmation email said effective in 5 business days. I slept better than I had in years. Week 3. Professional real estate photos. The house looked like $1 million. My garden blooming. The kitchen island I'd installed myself gleaming. I emailed the gallery to Michael. No caption. 3 dots. Appeared. Disappeared. Appeared again. No reply. Sarah texted. They're panicking. Good. They tried everything. Fake CPS calls dismissed in 48 hours. A GoFundMe titled Save Our Home from Greedy Grandma that raised $47 before Facebook took it down. A certified letter from a lawyer claiming elder abuse and constructive eviction. Sarah laughed so hard she snorted. April 30th, 2 days before deadline, Michael showed up at Sarah's office with Gloria in tow. Both read, offered to pay rent starting now. Sarah showed them the door. May 1st. Sophia texted a photo of packed boxes and the kids holding signs that said, "We love you, Grandma." My heart cracked, but I didn't reply. May 2nd, 8 a.m. Locksmith changed every lock. Sheriff's deputy posted the final notice on the door. Sarah and I waited in her car across the street. They left at 11:47. Michael carried boxers. Like a man marching to his execution. Sophia buckled the kids in, glanced at the house once, then at me. Our eyes met for the first time in weeks. She mouthed, "I'm sorry." I nodded once. Maybe it was enough. Maybe it wasn't. The house was empty when I walked in. They'd taken every trace photos, throw pillows, Ben's dinosaur stickers on the fridge, but they'd also scrubbed it top to bottom. The kitchen counter held 1 yellow sticky in Sophia's handwriting. Mom, I was wrong. I let Michael bulldoze me. I forgot who taught me to stand tall when life kicked me in the teeth. The kids ask about you every day. I tell them Grandma is the strongest person we know. I hope someday you'll let us earn our way back. The door stays open, on our side. Love always. Sophia. I folded it into my wallet next to the new house keys. Sarah helped me move back in. We hung my repaired photos, first Michael's kindergarten smile, now framed in new glass. We cooked pasta in my kitchen. The same recipe we'd made 3 times during the ordeal, once in her bungalow, twice in motel microwaves. We carried wine to the back deck I'd built 30 years ago and watched the stars wheel overhead. 3 months later, we stood in Multnomah County Courthouse. The judge took 12 minutes to shred their counterclaims. Sole owner, no lease, no tenancy, vacate immediately. 13,000 in damages. Gloria stormed out mid-ruling, yelling about corrupt systems. Michael looked like someone had punched him in the soul. Sophia gathered the kids and left without a backward glance. Ava asked loudly, "Mommy, who's that lady?" The words cut deeper than any insult. But the gavel fell. Case closed. That night Sarah stayed, not in the spare room. We fell asleep on the couch watching the late news, her head on my shoulder. my hand in her hair that smelled like lemon verbena. Some mornings I take Sophia's note out and read it again. The kids' drawings have started arriving in the mail, no return address, just crayon rainbows and "We miss you, Grandma." I taped them to the fridge where dinosaur stickers used to be. I lost the version of family that required me to shrink. I gained boundaries. I gained Sarah, who moved in officially last month and insists on doing the grocery shopping because you still buy the wrong kind of oatmeal. The house is quiet now, my house, filled with new laughter that doesn't come with conditions. Some nights Sarah and I sit on the deck, wine glasses clinking, and I think about the woman who once slept on concrete because she thought love meant letting people walk all over her. That woman is gone. In her place is Eleanor Grace Thompson's 70 years old, sole owner of a pet-off house, holder of every key, and finally, the one who decides who gets to stay. And that, my friends, feels like winning.